Hey everybody, welcome. It is Friday. It is January. What is it? January what? January, I don't know what it is. January 24th. It is Friday, January 24th, Friday live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. I've got Nick over my right shoulder, Nick Birch.
Hello, everybody.
Dustin, I've got Dustin off cracking the whip. He's off cutting together my next video course on drawing animals from life. It's a fun one. We've had a good time, and but today I thought I would try something new today. I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day, really amazing illustrator. I can't remember his name, but he was doing some stuff where he was creating a silhouette first and then working inside the silhouette, which is I've done stuff like that, but I wanted to try that today with you guys and just kind of try something new and see where it goes. Before I get into that, Nick, do you want to talk about any of the stuff going on the website?
Yeah. We won't be long, but we've got a couple of sales going on. First of all, we've got our animal drawing courses are all 50% off this weekend. That includes how to draw birds of prey, how to draw wolves, how to draw horses, how to draw big cats, how to draw bears. Oh my, lions and tigers and bears, all on sale, 50% off this weekend. We've still got, for a limited time, the two biggest deals of all time at Creature Art Teacher. You can get our animation mega bundle, which is over $500 worth of courses for less than $50. That is 85% sold out now. It's nearing its end. And we've got our lifetime membership plan, which gets you everything on the website, plus everything we release forever. At a limited time, at one low price. You can get that at creatureartteacher.com. And coming today, we've got a brand new course from Jeff Shue.
Look at that beard.
Introduction to 3D Animation with Jeff Shue, coming out today. In fact, shortly after this stream, it'll be made available to everybody who's pre-ordered it.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in getting started in 3D animation, which is something that we've had tons of requests on, Jeff Shue's the guy. He's been the head of animation, several projects with major studios. He's worked with me at Digital Domain when we were there. He was the head of animation on The Legend of Tembo. He worked on Surf's Up. He's worked on so many different projects, and he's an awesome guy.
Alice in Wonderland. He's got a background in character animation as well as visual effects. So it's a great course. It's a good introductory course too, and he takes you through using Blender, which is free software. He even shows you some free editing in DaVinci Resolve on bringing in reference.
Yeah.
So, but without further ado, I think we dive in.
Yeah, so let's dive in. I want to just do this kind of creature silhouette kind of thing. And one of the things I love when I'm drawing silhouette type stuff is just being free with it. So I've got I've got the thickness set for pressure sensitivity, but as far as anything else, I'm drawing completely opaque, and I want to create just some kind of creature something or other. I'm going to start with the creature, actually. And when I do stuff like this, it's just forcing me to work in silhouette, to think outside of getting caught up in detail. And I can be really spontaneous and just see where it goes. By the way, we are for the first time in this kind of setup, we are streaming on TikTok.
Yes.
And so for those of you that are watching on TikTok, we might not be able to answer all of your questions just because we're spread kind of thin on different platforms.
I do have it open here. I'll do my best to hit the TikTok questions as best as I can. But yeah, this is the first time that we've got this up and running properly with them being able to see your computer and everything.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
So, and I'll probably go through a few different versions of this. I don't like what's coming out.
Got lots of hearts coming in on TikTok. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right.
Sorry, let me get to questions here. This looks like a seahorse with giant sunglasses on his back.
Well, I was practicing earlier, and after I hung up with our member stream, which I just finished up about an hour ago, and I wanted to see if this is something I wanted to do, and I really was having fun with it. And I started to get into it, and so I was like, you know what, I got to slow down because I want to do this new for everybody.
Jessica on TikTok wants to know, can you draw a capybara, please, soon?
Sure, we can do capybara at some point. So the goal on this, I love capybaras, by the way. World's largest rodent. What's fun about this is that it really forces you to do the stages that I'm always talking about, which is, go from the broad down to the detailed, And so right now I'm focusing on an interesting silhouette. And then after that, I'll start working on thinking about lighting. And then after that, and then that lighting gets more refined and whenever you're creating lighting, the lighting is literally there showing off interior details. So that's what I start focusing on.
What program are you using to do this digital art?
This is Photoshop.
Aaron's drawing program of choice.
It really is. This is kind of fun. I like this. And what's fun is I can go in there and get scribbly, like he's got stuff coming out on the back. And
Fuzz Floof on YouTube says, wait, there was a member stream today? Dang, I missed it. Yeah, we do our members only streams every Friday right before the public stream. So we were over there for about an hour this morning working on a secret behind the scenes project that you can only see if you're a member. If you want to become a member, you can go to creatureartteacher.com. We've got 2 membership plans to choose from, our monthly streaming plan or our annual plan. I'd actually like to plan as well. But yeah, that's if you become a member to our website, you get exclusive members only streams, you get early release content, you get all of our live workshops. We just did one about 2 weeks ago. You get those for free. And you also get access to all of our courses. So that's over 800 hours of art and animation lessons. We really think it's the best value in art education, and it keeps getting better. Did you create your own brush, or do you use a special pack?
this is my own brush. This brush is available on my website at creatureartteacher.com. This is my Pastel C brush. Boy, it's getting hot in here now. I got the heat cranked in here.
Yeah, you can get this brush for free if you go to creatureartteacher.com, and there's a link right on the homepage to sign up for our newsletter. We'll send you this brush for absolutely free.
So this feels kind of cool. I like this. I don't want to jump into it too soon. We've only been at it for 10 minutes. But once again, it's forcing me. I'm always talking about silhouette, clarity of silhouette. When your silhouette's clear, it tells the story of a pose without having to do the details inside, right? And so that's what I'm shooting for here, is just some clarity in where everything's being placed.
TikTok question.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the snow?
We didn't get snow. We are in Florida, but we're in Orlando. So Florida did get snow, but we're too far south.
I actually played hooky and took my son up to the Panhandle up near Tallahassee and went to see the snow because it was his first opportunity to see snow ever. And it was once I saw how much we were getting and how close it was going to be, I was like, I kind of want to go. And Aaron's like, you got to go. You got to go. We'll never forget it. And he did. And it was an awesome day. Actually, we went to a little town just a little northwest of Tallahassee called Quincy, which was a great little town in Florida, by the way. and there was about 5 to 6 inches on the ground. It was a proper snow. YouTube question: do you have brushes for Procreate?
Yes. Yeah, my brushes work in both Procreate. Procreate, Photoshop,
Clip Studio,
Clip
anything that
Studio.
supports ABR files.
Thank you. I couldn't remember the term. Yeah, don't like that one.
Someone says, "Oh, interesting. That looks like Krita." I would say Krita looks like Photoshop.
Yeah.
Photoshop came out first, and they've definitely picked up a few things from one another. Do you always try to utilize positive space to get a shape down, the shape of your animals down?
Pretty much, yeah. And then I can I can switch it if I choose. But yeah, I'm always trying to use positive shape.
Casper says,
Casper, is that Casper from our watercolor
"I'm
course?
not sure. I don't
Well,
think so. I think this is a different Casper. This is Casper Creations." Hey, I'm sorry for the question, but I'm in my final semester at uni, and they're asking us to interview someone in the animation industry. I was wondering if you'd be available for something like this.
We are. You got to put a request in. And if I can do it, we get really swamped. If it's something I can do, I'll definitely try to make the time. But you have to go through.
Yeah, send an email to support@creatureartteacher.com. We get a lot of those interview requests, and we try to do a handful. Honestly, there's more than Aaron could spend 24/7 doing interviews if he did them all, but we'll do our best. No guarantees, but it just kind of depends on the schedule. But again, support@creatureartteacher.com. What is your opinion of the stamp function in TV Paint? Should it be used sparingly?
Yeah, I think it definitely should be used sparingly. Otherwise, you start getting very repetitious looking images. But I use it. So yeah.
What platforms are you currently streaming on? We're on all the major ones. The only one we're not on right now is Instagram, but we're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I feel like there's more. Why am I losing? Oh, we're sending out to our own. Did I say YouTube? We're sending out to our own members only streaming channel as well. We're streaming in the Creature Art Teacher app. We're everywhere. Speaking of the Creature Art Teacher app, it's in the Apple App Store. Works on iPhone, Apple TV, iPad, and you can watch our live streams in the app. And you can also, if you want to never miss an app, turn on push notifications, and we let you know when we go live. And our Android app is coming very soon.
What are you guys thinking of this one? I'm kind of liking this one.
I'm liking it.
As opposed to this one.
Let us know in the comments. What's number?
I like this one better. I like the attitude on this one. It feels more stocky.
We'll call that one number 2 and the other one number 1. In the comments, let us know. Do you like number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2. It's like when you're at an eye exam.
Yeah.
This one or this? This one or this? Oh, Julia likes number 1. Number 2 says jolly face. 1, 2. We're tied. 2, 2, 2. Oh, 2 just pulled ahead. Neck and neck. But I would say 2 is got the slight advantage.
I'm trying to get, I want to get, there. See there?
Some people like the composition of one, but they think two has a little more personality.
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Oh, that's cool. Looked away for a second and you had the whole background.
Yeah. See, this is what I love about doing this type of silhouette work. It's like we're inside the rocks looking out, and he's stalking around this creature. Now, the key to this is going to be not to get carried away too much. You know, so much of this illustration is being carried through silhouette, and I want to add to it, but I don't want to have to. I don't want to add too much.
For those of you watching on TikTok, thanks for all the roses and gifts and stuff like that. That's super cool. Jessica on TikTok wants to know, do you ever participate in Mermaid?
Yes, I have in the past. I haven't lately, but I have in the past. So I'm going to work on getting some interesting light coming in here.
And then another TikTok question. Have you ever used Moho animation software?
I have not.
But that's something we're looking
We've
into.
talked about it, yeah.
I think we've settled on number 2, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Because I actually, let me do that differently. I want him walking towards the light. So what I'm doing is I'm adding this gradient tone in the background, and I'm gradually getting it warmer and warmer and brighter. So that ultimately I want kind of this warm. It's do this from the bottom. Yeah, yeah.
Again, for people that are just joining us, I want to let you know that this weekend at Future Art Teacher, you can get all of Aaron's animal drawing lessons for 50% off. That's and actually not just Aaron's lessons. All of our animal drawing courses are 50% off. So that includes drawing cartoon animals from Tim Hodge, animal character design from David Coleman. Go to creatureartteacher.com. We've got hundreds of hours of animal drawing lessons, digital, traditional, all kinds of stuff.
So now what I'm doing is I'm creating a clipping match to go over all of this because I just want to work within the silhouette. And that's pretty much the idea here, is to get it to stay nice and crisp and clean. There's a couple little details I want to finish off here before I get too far into that.
This looks a little bit like a scene from the movie 300.
Ooh, interesting. I'll take that.
Peter says this looks like it could be something from Avatar.
Oh.
Take that too.
Yeah.
Aaron's good friend Terrell Whitlatch designed a lot of the creatures for Avatar.
Yes, she did. You guys are looking for good creature design advice. Terrell Whitlatch.
She literally wrote the book on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Terrell Whitlatch.
Terrell, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fill in a few of these gaps real quick. Are you pulling out the book?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
This is the one you wrote the forward to. Not. I think this is the one.
So here is one of Terrell's books. The Principles of Creature Design. There you go. She wrote the book on it. And she's worked on Star Wars and Avatar, like you were saying. And
One of 3 books she's written on character design.
and this one, is it this one?
Got it. It's personalized to you in there. I don't know if it's the one you
No, this one's from Ian McCaig. I wrote the forward on the other one. But it's Ian McCaig. It's another amazing designer. Actually, I want to play with before I commit.
still haven't committed, huh?
No, now I'm.
Aaron's having commitment issues.
Yeah, I am.
TikTok comment, your work is awesome. I love it.
Thank you. So now what I want to do is I want to try, and I don't know if this is going to fly or not, but I just want to try something really quickly.
Autumn Eve says, by the way, loving your daily drawing videos. I've been meaning to draw daily, but those videos have helped get me going.
Well, thank you. It's been, I don't mind saying it's been a little difficult getting them done each day. I'm trying to streamline my process.
The editing is the harder part.
Yeah, it's tough. So I want to add a little kind of glow to the.
Some people might not know what we're talking about. We've added Aaron. He started on Monday, and he's going every day, Monday through Friday. We're putting out a new video both on YouTube and TikTok. It's called The Daily Drawing, and every day Aaron's been drawing a random thing from a giant bucket.
Yeah, go to my
Yep.
full screen. So this is it, the daily drawing. And believe it or not, there's 4 less in here, but when I started, there's 300 little things in here, little items to draw. And I know it doesn't look like it, but there's actually 294 now, or 96. So
Didn't you do the 5th today?
no, I've done 4 today.
Oh, you started
this
on
week.
Tuesday. I don't know why
I did, yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, so check it out. It's been a lot of fun. So what I'm doing here is just trying to get a little bit of glow before I start going in
Oh, I gotta go back. Sorry.
with the highlights, with the shapes. So what I'm going to do here, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go right over the top of that.
A friend has told me that soon AI will take away our jobs as drawers. Is that? I think it is not so. What do you think?
I don't know that it is either. And AI is going to affect our lives in many different ways. Whether or not it affects us that way, I don't know.
It might create new jobs. Who
It
knows?
might create new jobs. Who knows? But I know for me, I love drawing. I love painting. I'm going to keep doing this. And so we'll see where that goes. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go in and start kind of highlighting the form with a tone. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want to just define. That was a juicy define. I just want to define that shape, the form of the creature through these light areas. And I'm going kind of complementary to the tone, the dark tone I put down. The dark tone I put down is blue. It's a dark, very dark blue, but it's blue all the same. And so now what I'm trying to do is do the opposite warm color. I gotta hit some of the holes that I missed. There we go.
And lots of people are saying they're loving the daily drawing series.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot because I wasn't sure if it was gonna hit. You know, I'm hoping people would like it. I really enjoy doing it. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Doggone it. That whole time I was on the wrong layer.
No.
Yeah, classic Aaron.
By the way, whatever platform you're on, go ahead and hit that subscribe and share button or the thumbs up or the like buttons. That really helps us a lot. Aaron, is it easier to make an animation series or movie alone or with a crew, and how long would it take?
Well, it depends on the size, really. It depends on how big of a bite you're taking. So, you know, if you're trying to do really production heavy stuff like Arcane, there's no way you can do that by yourself. If you're trying to do, you know, single character, simple design, limited animation, 1 minute episodes, then sure, you might be able to do that yourself. So there's different ways of approaching that. And it's just a matter of, you know, looking at what kind of production value you're looking to get into whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason when you watch an animated feature film or show or what have you that the credits go on a really long time.
Yeah.
It's because it takes hundreds of people to work on a movie. What was the crew on Brother Bear?
Our crew on Brother Bear was 320 people, something like that. So I'm getting some warm light over here. Trying to define that character's form a little bit, that creature. Thinking about the anatomy. Now, I also want to get, I'm going to hit it over here because the light is coming from the left.
300 people. What?
Yeah.
And that's not even by today's standards. That would, I mean, now when you look at those Marvel movies and stuff, it's thousands.
Oh, I know, it's crazy. I don't know how they make any money on those things. Even, I don't know. I just don't get it.
Well, if they make a
It's been our goal to, you know, I really would love to kind of redefine, because I don't think films have to be super production heavy to be, not that I want to redefine, not the right term, but they don't have to be super production heavy in order to be entertaining. And I think we can, I think my personal opinion is that the films have gotten a little, they've become monsters of their own. And I think we can create now. I mean, there's always going to be a place for the big popcorn Marvel, whatever. I think Marvel's getting a little played out, but there's always going to be a place for those types of films. But I think we've gotten away from, we've begun to rely too heavily on visual effects making a film good rather than, you know, good storytelling, good character. And I think we can, I think the audience is really forgiving if you can get a really strong story in there. I'm stating the obvious.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Well, I think just dovetailing off of that. I mean, you know a little bit more about this side of it than probably most. Why do you think these films got so big? Like, I mean, and I don't mean financially at the box office. I mean budget wise. What do you think?
I think they keep setting precedents, right? So you have films like, you know, the Avengers films that, you know, have done billions worldwide, and so they're like, okay, those are super heavy, effects heavy, and think we have to follow that up, and you just start building off of what was done before, and it goes a little further, and then you build off of that, and it goes a little further. It's like when we were at Disney, we would meet these impossible deadlines, but then we would hit them, and so then they would make the deadline even harder on the next one. And I think it's a little bit of that, my opinion, my humble opinion.
Yeah, I think I know I've told this example on the past, but I remember years ago with this one, I was a student at Ringling for computer animation, and there was a guy from Pixar came and gave a talk, kind of like you do when you go around and give talks and lectures. Only he was more entertaining. No, it was a good talk, and they were just, but they also came to the classroom and we got to ask questions, and I'll never forget, somebody asked a question about, hey, the computers are getting faster and faster. Does that mean the movies are going to keep getting made quicker? And they were like, no, because
No,
because we
not at all.
because we just keep asking more of the technology and keeping the floor, the pedal to the floor the entire time. So it's like at the time it was like, now we can do fur, now we can do cloth, now we can do this, and so the render times just don't come down. But I do think you look at a movie like Flow.
Well, see, that's one of the reasons I loved Flow. It's really grown on me in the sense that whether or not you like the story, the way they did that film is awesome because, it's what was it, a 3.8 million or 6.8 million or whatever budget. And it's getting out there and being seen.
Jay on TikTok wants to know, have you seen the new Wild Robot movie? I love the animation and the story was amazing.
Yes, I love Wild Robot.
Speaking of which, the Oscar nominations have come out since the last stream.
Yes.
It was nominated, as was Flow. YouTube comment, thanks, and actually they just sent us a little gift on YouTube and said, thanks for sharing all your knowledge, loving the Daily Draw series.
Ah, thank you.
And Jay also says on TikTok, I'm hoping to get into Ringling myself. That's a great school. It's expensive, but it's a great school.
It was a great school when I went. That was 1986.
Jessica says, speaking about the technology, just look at the 4 Shrek movies, the difference between Shrek 4 and Shrek 1. You can see the progression of the technology.
Well, if you want to go that route, look at Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a chance to watch the new Wallace and Gromit movie yet?
No, I want to see it.
I've been meaning to watch it too. Did Disney animators tend to draw the eyes first and then the body?
No, we tend to draw the attitude, the body first, and then you work towards the details.
Sometimes people will start with the face in general, though, right? To kind of
start with the head and work back. But so you can see as I'm, this started out as a silhouette, but now as I start to, in the same way that I was just kind of exploring on the silhouette, I'm just kind of randomly adding highlights, and then that's kind of showing me like, oh, I could add a highlight maybe in here. And
are you still using the Pastel C brush?
Still using Pastel C brush.
Someone on TikTok just asked what brush you were using, which is why I asked that. So this is Aaron's own custom brush that he created. It's called Pastel C, and you can get it for free if you go to creatureartteacher.com and sign up for our newsletter.
So once again, the key here is I'm trying very hard not to overwork this. I want to keep just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be overly worked. Matter of fact, I feel like I'm getting a little overly defined in the interior. I'm going to erase this back a little bit.
How would the brush work in Krita? It should work. Any program that supports an ABR file should bring it in just fine. All of Aaron's brushes are ABR files. The Pastel C brush should work especially well because it doesn't have any directional flow or anything assigned to it.
Pretty simple and straightforward.
Some of the brushes you know, the different programs just
You'll have to
bring,
tweak the parameters.
yeah, like some of the brushes are designed for Photoshop, like they'll have directional flow or jitter or stuff like that, and sometimes that stuff doesn't carry over when you go from program to program. I think Procreate's pretty good about
It
adapting all
is.
that.
Yeah, because I've brought them over and it worked pretty well.
But on the last stream, I forgot to ask what pencil or pastel did you use on the animal drawing stream? I was looking for it and can't find it. I'm not sure which animal drawing stream they're referring to. Fornal, let us know. Give me a little more specifics, and I'll see if I can help you out. YouTube question: do you remember Bill Haas? Haas, if I say it.
Bill Haas and I were friends since 10th grade.
Yeah, he was on the Brother Bear crew with you. I had the honor of working with him on several design projects before he passed away.
Yeah, I miss Bill. Bill and I have known each other. We knew each other since we were 15 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill and I were very close. He was when we went to Ringling, he and I went to Ringling together. He was my roommate he and I were roommates on our first year at Ringling.
TikTok question: you're using Adobe Illustrator, correct?
No, I'm using Adobe Photoshop.
Despite its name, Illustrator really isn't designed for illustration.
Not in this sense.
Yeah, it's more designed for logo design and vector imagery. It's great for font work, or if you need to make a icon or something like that. It's not really made for sort of painterly style drawings.
Okay, so what I want to do now is kind of I've got a nice thing going over there, starting to define some of the form. And I'm going to go in a little bit more with some of these other ones, but I want to go in now, and it's very light. Hopefully you can see that value change. But I want to go in and start defining kind of the cool reflected light on the other side of the creature.
Erica and several others are commenting how much they love the lifetime membership to Creature Art Teacher.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
If you're interested in becoming a member to Creature Art Teacher, I'll post a link to the lifetime membership. It really is the best value in art education. It's not going to be available forever, and when it's gone, we don't know when it'll be back. But if you go ahead and sign up, you get everything we release on the website, plus everything we release forever. And it's all yours to keep, by the way. You get to download as well as stream. You get both options. It's not just, you don't have to worry about terabytes of files taking up your space if you don't want to. You can just stream, or if you prefer to download, you can. We tried to make this like how we would want it to be.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, what chair are you using? Is that a Herman Miller?
It is. I sunk some money into my chairs because I'm in them 12 hours, 8 hours a day. Not 12 hours, but I'm in them a lot. So I want something that's not going to destroy my back.
Would you consider creating a Discord for people to post their daily drawings from the recent videos? We have a Discord for our members, and we're actually we're adding a daily drawings channel to it. So if you become a monthly or annual member to Creature Art Teacher, you'll get access to that Discord server. Have you ever used Blender or Adobe Fresco?
I have not.
You used Fresco when it first came out.
Yeah.
Brand new. You haven't gone back to it in a long time. We should do a revisit of that.
Yeah, I forgot that I did, actually.
It was when it was brand new. Beth says, I signed up for the year-long membership over the holiday, and I love it. I got to attend your last live stream event. It was great.
Oh, good. Thank you.
And thanks for being a new member.
So you see how I'm adding, I hope you can see that slight cool in there. It shows up on my screen. Maybe I need to push it a little bit more.
I can see it.
I can push it. That layer, I can push.
Here, I'll show you what it looks like.
I want to push it. Oh yeah.
You can see it.
I want to push that saturation a little bit and push the brightness just a touch.
Sorry, didn't mean to distract you.
No, not at all. There we go. Just want to pull back on that. I want to give it a little bit more light.
TikTok comment, this looks really great. I love the shift from warm to cool.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any advice on how to become a licensed Disney artist like the ones you see at Festival of the Arts?
It really, you've got to really know those characters. You got to know what you're drawing and painting. Beyond that, I don't know, but I do have a friend that is a licensed Bill Silvers, William Silvers, who you might know. He's a good friend of mine, and he would have some advice on that.
We should have him on a live stream.
It's actually a really great idea.
Claudia, if you're watching, add it to the live stream guest list. Bill Silver. Silvers or Silver?
Silvers.
Silvers.
Yeah.
Like Long John Silver.
Yes.
One of the
Actually, Long
finest-
John Silver is silver, isn't it?
But the restaurant was Long John Silver's, right?
Oh, I thought it was silver.
I mean, look.
Oh, well, silvers, yeah, plural, or like possessive.
Yeah.
Like it's his place. Yeah.
Like, are they still around, Long John Silver's?
I don't know. So I'm just adding little texture bits and the
Mr. Ambiguous says, "I bet the Tusken Raiders from Star Wars would love this. Love to have this creature." Those are the guys that go, "Arr,
Yeah.
arr, arr."
I actually knew that, believe it or not.
I know you did. I just wanted to make it down. Do you usually listen to music while working?
I always listen to music while working, yes. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just add another layer of detail over the... Oops, sorry, guys. That is a garbage call. I forgot to silence my phone. So now I can go in and really kind of push. There, now you can see it. I gotta go a little smaller. I've been drawing a lot of reptiles, alligators and whatnot for
What have you?
yes, for the course. So I've got these textured heads in my head. Textured heads in my head.
Again, for people just joining, I want to let them know that we've got a brand new course, an introduction to 3D animation from Jeff Shu, who is a nearly 30-year veteran in computer animation and visual effects industry. He's worked on tons of massive movies like Alice in Wonderland, Surf's Up, as a character animator and an effects animator. His brand new course, Introduction to 3D Animation, is out today. You can still get it at the pre-order price of 50% off. Go to creatureartteacher.com and get it today. That'll be our first 3D animation course.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back soon with more courses on, this is kind of a broad overview, sort of an introduction to 3D animation. It's really sort of a getting started. We've got plans to have more specialized courses on things like rigging and modeling and lighting and all that stuff very soon. But this is a great way to get your feet wet if you've ever wanted to try computer animation. Jules asks, what's a small detail in one of your animations that you're proud of, even though most viewers might not ever notice it? That's a fun question.
That is a fun question. There's a shot where I just really like how it came out. There's a shot where in Beauty and the Beast where he says, "I'll take you to your room." I think that's where he says it. It's where she's saying, "I'll never see him again. I'll never see him again." And it cuts to the Beast. He's standing in the dungeon, and he's scratching behind his ear. And I remember just thinking, what would he be doing? Because he's so uncomfortable. He feels bad for making her feel bad. And I just started scratching behind my ear, like, oh man, I don't want to be here right now. And I put that in the shot, and it really felt good. And I've always liked that shot because he's looking around and he's scratching behind his ear, and then he says, "Oh, I think he says, I'll take you to." Yeah, I think it is. "I'll take you to your room." I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's one. It's a tiny little throwaway shot, but it's something that I always liked.
Did you ever put any secret Easter eggs in your animation?
Yeah, I have. When Raja in Aladdin, because I did Raja, when Raja turns back into a full-grown tiger, for one frame he turns into Mickey Mouse.
Have you watched Wolfwalkers? The animation on that movie, I thought it was gorgeous.
I consulted on Wolfwalkers actually.
Aaron's name is in the credits.
Yeah, and I gave a lecture. I went to Cartoon Saloon and gave a lecture on animating locomotion of wolves. Oops.
She's on TikTok says, "Aaron, this is breathtaking. Wow."
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm experimenting right now, trying to see if I want to go dark in the eyes here, in the nostril. Kind of putting a dark layer in here.
YouTube comment, "I wish Disney hadn't canceled the Lake Nona campus. I live just next door. It would have opened great opportunities, hopefully in creative. It was awesome running into Mr. Blaze at work." Where's the Lake Nona campus? That's the one they were going to put in Florida.
I'm not sure.
Is Lake Nona in Florida? Must be.
Yes.
Yeah, they were gonna. I think before COVID and all that. Remember, they were gonna move.
Oh, yeah.
Imagineering and a whole bunch of stuff out here. Does this animal have a bird-like beak in your mind?
No, matter of fact, I'm defining the mouth right now.
That question was from a little bit ago, so I'm catching up on a few. When you animated Snow Bear, what program did you use to do the animation?
I used TV Paint animation software.
Speaking of TV Paint, if you become a member to our website, you get a great discount on TV Paint. We've got a great relationship with them, and they've been kind enough to make an awesome discount available to our students. We've got over 800 hours of art and animation lessons for people to choose from. Everything from storyboarding, animal drawing, animation, digital painting, traditional painting, all kinds of stuff. Plus, you get exclusive access to members-only live streams and events. You can become a monthly streaming member, which works like Netflix. You can stream and stop and cancel at any time. Or you can become an annual member, or lifetime member now as well, which lets you download and keep everything available on the website. CreatureArtTeacher.com.
So as I go in and define some of these darker areas, it starts to highlight areas that I want to push the lights a little bit more too. And this is where I have to force myself to not go crazy, because this is meant to kind of read in silhouette.
Blue Pie on TikTok says, "Hey, nice to see you stream again. I recently purchased some of your animation classes. Hope life has been treating you all good."
Oh, it's been great. Thank you.
You know what? And they use the phrase "y'all," which gives me a nice time to mention that Aaron is going to be at the Animation Y'all Expo. Actually, less than a month from now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Animation Y'all Expo in Nashville, Tennessee. You can learn more at animationyall.com. It's also your next chance to see Snow Bear. If you're anywhere on the East Coast, try to come join us. You can scan the QR code on your screen or go to animationyall.com.
Yeah, we're really excited to share it with everyone. It's going to be a really fun time.
For our friends and fans that might be watching from Ireland, it was just announced over the weekend that Snow Bear was accepted into the Animation Dingle Film Festival in Dingle, Ireland, which is a really prestigious film festival, and we're really honored to be a part of it. So if you're going to be attending the Animation Dingle Film Festival, you can see Snow Bear. That'll be an opportunity for people in Ireland to see it.
Yes.
We'll have more announcements soon.
So now I'm going through and just redefining some of the stuff like around the eye a little bit more, getting into where I want to really hit some details.
Question on that Raja shot where he turns into Mickey, did you animate the purple sparkle effects?
No, that was done by the by the effects animators.
Yeah, there's a whole department that does effects animation. In fact, we have a course by Joey Mildenberger, who's kind of a legend in the 2D effects animation industry, all about 2D effects, and he does like things like water, fire, smoke, magic, sparkles, pixie dust, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. How was that reading for you guys? Good? Good.
Yeah, the color's better since I turned that HDR thing
Yeah,
on.
good.
Not exact, but it's pretty darn close. That 2D effects course right now is 50% off, by the way, for a limited time. I'll post a link in the comments.
So in here,
Maddie wants to know if you've seen the Mufasa movie yet.
I have not seen it yet.
We got to go see it.
Yeah. I should be seeing it. I know.
We have been extraordinarily busy since the holidays. Like, this has been one of our busiest periods we've ever had.
Yeah. It's actually been crazy busy.
We've got Jeff Shu's course releasing today. Aaron has a brand new course on drawing animals from life, which comes out February 1st. So we've been frantically filming and shooting and editing that. We've had getting Snow Bear ready for all these film festivals, which it turns out takes a lot of time and is a whole brand new world to us.
A whole new world.
It is. Don't you dare close your eyes, because then you won't be able to read the emails that come in. It's just been nuts. Yeah. So we're really looking forward to a a slowdown at some point, but I don't see that happening until summer at the earliest. Because now we're like getting into festivals, and we're going to go travel, and we're going to go to Europe, and we're going to go to San Francisco, Tennessee. And Aaron is being awarded a special lifetime achievement award at the Annies, and that's like in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Go figure. All right, so I'm adding some cool reflected light on the right side of.
What question is asked to you most? Like, what's your most repeated question?
What pencil are you using? What brush are you using? Why'd you leave Disney?
What software is that?
What software is that? Yeah.
YouTube question. Aaron, with all your years of experience, do you still practice fundamentals? Like, would you ever do a page of just drawing hands in different poses at this point? Or...
Sure. Yeah, I actually enjoy doing that kind of stuff. It keeps me on my toes. See, I got noodly. I did what I'm not supposed to do, but it's not too bad.
The question about the pencil with the animal drawing stream, it was the one where you were at the animal drawing desk, and we were putting them on sale. That's a Mitsubishi High Uni pencil that he likes to use.
Yes.
$10B, right? Or
10B, yeah. It's a 10B. A 10B. It 10B.
I just posted a link in the chat.
Oh, good.
TikTok question. Funny, someone asked this earlier. I wanted to see if I could interview you for a project at my college if you have time. That's from Shea. Shea, you might not have been tuned in earlier. Someone else asked for their project. We get a lot of those requests. Sometimes Aaron's able to do them, and sometimes he's not. Just
if I am able, I would definitely do it.
Yep. The best way to formally request that is send an email to support@creatureartteacher.com. Support@creatureartteacher.com. It's .com.
It's .com.
Going back to our extraordinarily busy comment from earlier, I'm not sure how much time we'll have to do that sort of thing, but we'll do our best. If animals could critique your work, which species do you think would give you the toughest feedback and why?
The lions. Because they're, I don't know. I don't know. Now what I want to do, I'm kind of neglecting the interior here. I'm going to go in.
Kind of another random fun question. If you could redesign a mascot like Tony the Tiger or the Michelin Man, who would it be and how would you update them?
Oh my gosh. That's a tough question. Michelin Man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my darks here, and it's all right. I'm having a hard time thinking.
Draw, think, answer questions all at the same time. What's wrong with you? It was really weird. For just a moment, the analytics said we had 666 people watching. It jumped to 671 right after.
Oh, on TikTok?
No, it just across the platforms, the way Restream calculates them, it's not always an accurate number because that doesn't count people watching through the app or anything like that. If Sargent was alive today, what do you think he would paint?
Ooh, that's an interesting. I think he'd still be painting landscapes and portraits.
Strangely, he actually would have gone into logo design. You're in.
Yeah, right. He'd be using AI. Not a chance.
How would you make that animal look like it's moving? Mine usually look crouched.
I'd find a pose, an action pose. I'd lift one foot off the ground. Probably what I could have done here. Actually, I probably still could do that. That back leg, I could lift it off the ground to have it coming forward to replace that front left foot.
Rex wants to know. Sorry, I didn't mean.
No, it's true. That's good.
Were you finished with the question?
I was done.
Rex wants to know: would you add this technique? Would you try this technique with a human drawing? Would you still use the black shadow at the beginning?
Oh yeah,
of the build
yep.
there?
I would still do it the same way.
Gabby on YouTube says, "Good morning, everybody."
Hey, Gabby.
It's afternoon, even in California, isn't it?
Is that our Gabby?
Yeah, that's our Gabby.
Holy cow! Long time no hear.
She's been bopping in lately from time to time.
Oh well, how you doing, Gabby?
Sounds like a sitcom. That's our Gabby.
That's our Gabby. That darn Gabby.
Yep.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah. Have you ever done any model or miniature painting, like animals or otherwise?
No, not really.
Did you ever do like model airplanes or anything?
I did. I was a fiend for balsa airplanes, where you had to cut them out and then glue the paper on them and all that kind of stuff. I loved doing that.
I used to love the balsa airplane toy. I used to get.
Oh, that I was insane for. It was 35 cents.
With the rubber band.
Yeah,
oh, that's still a great toy.
Yeah, it is. And I loved to visit my grandfather because he would buy it for me. My mother would never buy it for me, but my grandfather would. He would, it was 35 cents, and too much money, my mother would say. But my grandfather would always buy me one, and man, I would make that thing last as long as I could.
Gabby says, "Miss you guys. I'm at work, but I'm listening on the clock. Aaron still inspires me to draw every day."
All right, Gabby, that's awesome.
Just don't let your boss hear that.
The Gabberino, the Gabster.
You know something really funny? I have the volume all the way down on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm still hearing sound coming out of it.
It's funny. That is funny.
It's weird.
I'm going to throw in a little texture here. Can you see that? Can you see it?
Abby Cat has a question.
Sure.
On YouTube. Aaron, I am currently a sophomore.
Aaron, I am high.
What?
That's what you said.
Hi, Aaron. I'm currently a sophomore in art school, and I'm taking an anatomy for artists class. We're mainly learning human anatomy. So how would you implement that knowledge into animal drawing?
Well, I'm always talking about comparative anatomy. We all, especially with, four-legged mammals and not necessarily, some of the lizards as well too, but we all have the same parts. We're just proportioned differently. A dog, a whale, a bat. We all have the same parts. We're just proportioned differently. So as a human, if you understand your anatomy, you can apply that anatomy knowledge to animals as well. And just the big part is understanding where the differences are and how we're different. I'm really enjoying kind of keeping this loose and drawing these reflected light on these rocks. As we move over here, I want to warm it up.
You know what? I never toggled on Twitch. I was like, I'm not getting any comments from Twitch. I somehow missed that toggle. So
Sorry, Twitch.
we're going to Twitch now.
I'm
Coming in a little late.
a little twitchy.
Looks like a cold evening in this drawing or morning. Maybe a little steam coming out of the nose would be cool, says Kirby88 on TikTok.
Oh, not a bad idea.
Maya on TikTok says, I got your How to Draw Big Cats course. I still need to watch it. I haven't had motivation lately. And then a frowny face.
Well, get in there, turn it on, and maybe it'll motivate you to do something.
Yeah. You know, and that's a funny thing about classes. Everybody learns differently. Like, there's no right or wrong way to take these classes. Some people just like to watch them. You don't even have to draw along. If you want to draw along, you can. If you want to watch them and absorb it and then go back. Jessica says, I am currently drawing Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame while I watch.
Yay, nice.
Who animated Esmeralda?
Esmeralda was, I don't know. I can't remember, actually.
Let me look. Tony Fuscelli? No.
Oh, it was Fucelli. Okay, I didn't know that. Tony Fucelli's a genius. He's one of my favorite animators, along with Baxter and Keane and Marquand. Tony Fucelli is he's a character design genius. He did Mufasa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he animated Mufasa. And a hell of a nice guy.
For people who don't know that might be watching us for the first time, Aaron was with Disney for 21 years. He worked on Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Pocahontas, Mulan. He directed Brother Bear. He designed characters like young Nala in Aladdin. I'm sorry, young Nala in The Lion King, Raja in Aladdin, Yao and all the ancestor ghosts in Mulan. Billy98 on TikTok says, I just went and bought your annual membership. I'm so excited to get started.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for being a new member, Billy. And remember,
Thank you for your support.
Every Friday, we do members only streams. And if you go back, if you log in, when you log into your account, there's a little link on the side that says member streams. You can watch a bunch of the past ones there too.
You remember.
By the way, that annual members plan right now is $75 off. It's actually back down to its lowest price ever.
I'm just hitting a couple of little extra highlighted areas.
And if you don't want to become a member, by the way, all of our courses are also available a la carte. And we've always got deals and sales happening. We've got a brand new course from Jeff Shue, 50% off right now. Comes out later today. You can still get it at the pre-order price. And all of our animal drawing lessons are 50% off this weekend.
So I'm gonna go in here.
Do you, TikTok question? Do you know Nancy Beeman? She was my animation teacher years ago.
I know of Nancy Beeman, know her name. I don't know that I remember. Want to try something here?
It looks like she worked on all the movies you didn't work on, so she must have been in California. Treasure Planet, Hercules, An American Tail, Five Will Goes West, Fantasia 2000, Winnie the Pooh. So Aaron was in the Florida studio. A lot of people don't realize that,
Yeah.
especially in the 90s, there were two, well, there was three studios technically because there was Paris also, but the main two were California and Florida. And they
just wanna
worked together
experiment.
on movies, but then there were movies that were kind of based out of each studio. So like The Lion King was primarily based out of California, but you worked on, you and Mark Henn, who did Young Simba, and you did Young Nala. You guys were based in Florida.
Yeah, we were.
And like, but the three features made almost entirely in based out of a Florida studio were Lilo and Stitch, Mulan, and Brother Bear.
Exactly. So I'm going through and pushing this silhouette just a little darker.
That same person on TikTok says she was a tough teacher, but I learned a lot from her.
Good.
That's good.
Tough is good. So I'm pushing that a little darker. I've created a clipping mask and I set it to multiply.
Did you ever work with the Bancroft brothers?
The Bancroft brothers were two of the first guys I ever met in animation.
You guys started on the same day, right?
We did. Yep. April 17th, 1989.
In fact, Aaron is going to be at the Animation Y'all Expo in Nashville, Tennessee, basically in about a month from now. If you go to animationyall.com, you can learn more. And that is the first animation conference expo in the South. And it's actually put on by the Bancroft brothers.
Yeah.
We're excited to see Tom and Tony when we get there.
All right, so what I've done is I pushed it a little darker just to unify it a little bit. I felt like it was getting away from me a little. And I'm just going to go in and hit some little highlights in here. Oops. There we go.
Twitch question, now that we're on Twitch. Sorry, Twitch, I started the stream late there accidentally. Do you find yourself carrying a sketchbook with you when you leave the house, or is it more digital nowadays?
Oh no, when I do use a sketchbook, I use a sketchbook. When I go out on location, I don't usually draw digitally.
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty old school.
Aaron, besides orange and blue, what are some of your two color combination favorites in art?
Violet and yellow.
That was from Gabby, by the way.
Yeah, violet and yellow is by far my favorite.
Twitch question. Greetings. Is this an alien creature encountered by the first explorers on a planet by chance?
Sure. That was very specific. So I'm just going in and hitting these little areas of brightness.
Speedman has a question.
Hey, Speedman.
Any advice on how to come up with a new pose or angle when doing your daily drawing challenge? I tend to struggle on that part of it.
Just keep practicing doing that. It's what I try to do is I look at the reference that I've picked up, that I've pulled up, and I try to get a nice variety of reference from different angles. so that I can start picturing it in my head, three-dimensionally. And once you can do that, then it enables you to start picturing it from any angle, right? So that's really the key, is to understand the reference, understand the object to the point where you can picture it at any angle in your mind.
Rada wants to know, any plans for a new Procreate Dreams course? We do have a course on Procreate Dreams. We plan on doing more with it in the future, but it's not going to be like one of
Yeah, we know they've made some changes. They've added some stuff to it, and so we need to kind of maybe update.
Yeah, we've got more planned in the works, but not immediately.
So here I'm just cooling off that opposite side.
Character Alley says, I can actually hear this creature in my head. Oh no, it's something like. Out of curiosity, do you take personal commission requests?
I don't. No, I just don't have the time.
Eterno says Nick should do some courses.
Yeah, well, Nick is actually, we've been talking about Nick doing a portfolio course.
I actually had an idea for a video series where I start taking our courses.
That's not bad, actually. That's a good idea.
I've been out of art for a while and I need to get back in. Let's
But Nick used to teach portfolio at Ringling.
Yep. For about 5 or 6 years I taught there. Cheyenne on Facebook says, "Sir, I like your art very much."
Thank you.
Have you ever heard the songs from Epic the Musical?
No. I have not.
Between Two Dimensions says, "I love the soft light on the face."
Oh, good. There it is there, so you can see a little better. Trying to be a little spontaneous with it. Here, I think I can be a little bluer.
Do you sell your brushes, your Photoshop brushes? Yes.
Yes.
If you go to creatureartteacher.com, there's a link right at the top for brushes. We've got thousands of brushes, tons of different brush sets. And in fact, right now, most of them are still $1 for our brush packs. And those sales are going back up. Those prices are going back up on Monday. Do you know Dan Povenmire from Phineas and Ferb?
I don't. I love that name, though.
Phineas and Ferb or Dan Povenmire?
Dan Povenmire.
Povenmire. I got a question for people in the comments. Any of you in Florida? And if so, did any of you get to play in the snow this week? And someone wants to know, what are we doing today, Aaron?
Well, I started out with the silhouette, and just the silhouette, and then I started building up the imagery inside the silhouette, and that's where we are today. I designed a creature just looking at silhouette, and now I'm trying to finish it off
Jessica says on TikTok, I'm watching from Canada here. It's been like minus 20 with minus 28 wind chill. So, yes, I've got lots of snow.
Canada.
Eh? Adoris Arts on Twitch says, "Hello there. I am amazed by your work. I've still got your print of the Lion King hanging in my art studio. I wonder if they mean the Cecil one,
Oh, I don't know.
or it could be like the Standing Firmly."
Hello there, as Dustin likes to say.
Gabby has a question. Aaron, what do you do that still challenges and pushes your art forward? You're so skilled, it's hard to believe you have much else to learn, but also hard to believe that your art stays put. What pushes you out of your box?
I'm pretty much there.
Well, that's part of what today was
No,
about.
today was in an effort to get me pushed out of the way I normally do things. I gotta find that artist. Hold on. I feel like a jerk for not remembering who he is. Oh, sorry. Let me go to my tagged. No, not that.
Have you ever been to the Congo?
I've never been to the Congo. No. Oh, I can't remember how to do this. I'm being an idiot.
Sheepgoat on TikTok says, I live in Miami. It didn't snow here. Only the northern part, I think. Yes, you're right. They got a little snow in Gainesville when I was driving back.
Yeah.
I saw some on the sides of the road. Not much. It was like by the time I was coming back through, the highways were it had already melted. But
I can't remember how to find it. But anyway, there's an artist that I really like. The method that he used to create was doing the silhouette idea. And I really thought I'd like to try that. So that's what I'm doing today.
Julia says, actually, it hasn't snowed in Miami since 1974. I didn't know it ever snowed in Miami.
Well, I remember in 76, I was living in Naples. In 76 or 77, I was living in Naples, and it snowed then. And Naples is basically just almost straight across. It's more from Fort Lauderdale, but it's almost straight across from Miami.
Did it accumulate?
Not really, no. But it was a huge deal for us, obviously,
sure.
back then.
That's what blew me away about this, because I was like, the reason I was like, oh man, we've got to go is like, flurries are one thing, which would be cool, but like 5 to 6 inches.
Yeah,
like,
accumulation, that's insane.
Lando Hundo Amigo on YouTube says, no snow in Tennessee right now, but it's still pretty cold. Ready for it to be spring.
Yeah, I bet.
YouTube comment. I follow Gator Chris on YouTube, a guy who runs a gator and croc sanctuary in northern Florida. It snowed on the crocs.
Wow.
You might have to look that guy up. Maybe we can go draw some crocs.
Yeah. That's one regret I have, having lived in Florida my whole life, and I've never seen a Florida crocodile.
Really?
An American crocodile.
And just so people understand, most of what we have in Florida are alligators. Aaron has seen tons of them.
Yes, yeah. But it's the Everglades is one of the few places, actually, it might be
I believe it's the only place.
The only place in the world where crocodiles and alligators coexist, occupy the same environment.
Any plans to come to India?
There's no current plans, but I would love to.
We are definitely going to get to India in the near future. Twitch comment, the person about India said, we are actually going to be having the biggest art exhibition since the year 2005 in Asia. It'll be in Delhi. Would be great to see you there.
Would be great to be there.
Send me the name of the event, Drillbox 100, because put it in the comments and I'll look it up. Have you ever had a chance to make a trip to Antarctica to cover the Arctic animals or landscapes?
Not even close, but boy, would I love to. So I'm just going in right now and just adding some nice texture.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all right.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm just adding some texture.
We're hoping one day to get down to see Procreate down in Tasmania, and if that ever happens, we might have to try to take a ferry or a ship, because that's one of the ways people get there is through Tasmania, right?
Yeah.
That and Patagonia, right?
Exactly. Although I think Tasmania is the more used.
Something about this creature reminds me of the dagger wrist from Alien Planet. Have you ever seen that?
I have not. I think I want to crop this a bit.
Do you ever go to Busch Gardens and draw the kangaroos?
No. I haven't. But it sounds awesome.
Sheepgoat says, I've had a few in my pool. How have you not seen any gators? He's seen tons of gators.
No, tons of gators, just not American crocodiles.
Crocodiles are a different species, and they're not as common as people would think in Florida. Well, we have in Florida are alligators for the most part. We have crocs too, but it's different. Which brush is this texture on? Aaron?
Oh, this is part of my Arctic brush pack.
Which you can get at creatureartteacher.com, and that brush pack is name your own price. So you can pay whatever you feel is fair.
Yep. I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to blow it up like that.
Someone else asking, can you draw a capybara? Different. Someone asked that at the very beginning of the stream.
That's so funny.
Aaron has drawn a capybara in the past, but we'll have to do that again. We've been getting that request a decent amount. Tiny little postage-sized drawing.
Yeah, sorry. I need to make it small so I can judge the composition.
Like, it's getting smaller and smaller. Fading.
Now that this is, I've got this. What I might do, just for giggles.
Speaking of gators, how often would you say you draw reptiles in comparison to mammals or birds?
Oh, like 1% of the time.
He's drawn a lot of alligators, though.
Yeah.
Is it possible to learn good 2D animation through Adobe Animate?
I don't know Adobe Animate enough, but I don't think so. It's Flash, right?
Yeah, but I would say it is because they use it for television all the time.
Yeah, I don't know it well enough to give an opinion. So someone asked earlier about creating, giving it movement. Mm-hmm. So I just real quick, I want to do this.
Did you ever get to meet Chuck Jones?
Never did. No, never did. Wish I could have. So I'm going back to silhouette, and what I'm doing and what I want to do. Whoops. Turn that off.
What do you personally think is the hardest thing to draw or animate?
Um, I don't know if there's any single thing to draw. Just drawing and animation is just hard in general. So I don't know that there's any one thing that's more harder than any other thing.
Martin says you should put capybara in your daily drawing drawer.
Yeah, I think it might be in there.
Ale and Wild says, it's wonderful catching you live. I just finished up your Fundamentals of Animation course for a brush up on my technique. I'm going to move on to the Dreams tutorials next.
Oh, great.
Awesome. Thank you for the support.
Let's see. I don't like that as much as I like that. That's clearer.
Abby says, my great uncle worked with Chuck Jones. They created the Hamburglar and the Grimace.
Oh, wow. That's pretty darn cool.
Nothing can stop. Is there an animal you haven't drawn that you would want to? Question from TikTok.
I can't think of any animals I haven't drawn that I want to draw.
But I'm sure there's.
I'm sure, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Sorry, Abby.
So now I want to just do a little touch up. Little touch up.
Ross says, any plans for more books this year? I'm really loving your daily drawing series. I draw a picture each morning for my kids' lunch boxes, and I'd gone a bit stale with ideas, so your videos have come at a great time.
Oh, that's great.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, follow Aaron on either TikTok or YouTube. Those are Aaron Blaze Art on both of those platforms. And you'll get notified when Aaron posts a new video every day. He's doing daily drawings Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever drawn a puffin?
Whoa. Yes, I have drawn puffins.
Aaron, why don't you host any animation jam? Never thought about it. What is an animation jam?
I don't know what an
I
animation
know there's like
jam
game
is.
jams where you have to make a game in like over a weekend or stuff. So maybe that's
That I would love to do.
maybe it's the same idea. Claudia, add it to the list.
No.
Have you ever drawn a tanuki?
I'm just adding a little warmth to that front end. Go ahead.
No, you didn't want to interrupt. Synodaw says, hey, Aaron, I just wanted to say thank you for your How to Draw Horses course. Since taking it, I've dedicated my studies to them, and I've been able to earn money on doing commissions for people who wanted portraits of their horses.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
If you'd like to learn to draw horses, check out our animal drawing courses at Creature Art Teacher. Everything is 50% off this weekend. That's how to draw horses, how to draw bears, how to draw big cats, how to draw wolves, coyotes, and foxes. We've got how to draw birds of prey and tons more. And by the way, these courses aren't like, hey, it's an hour or two of drawing. His How to Draw Birds of Prey course is 50 hours long.
It's,
and you can get,
yeah, it's pretty long.
I believe at 50% off, I think the course is like $20 or $25 or something like that. And yeah, I mean, all these courses are robust. They're extensive. He takes you through anatomy and drawing fur and, you know, animal locomotion, all kinds of stuff. CreatureArtTeacher.com. Can you zoom in to see the details? People, someone watching on TikTok. We'll do a zoom and pan in here in a moment. There we go.
One more last little bit.
Rossi on TikTok says, "Hello, this is amazing. Holy moly!"
Hello.
Autumn Everlasting says, Autumn Everlasting, sorry, says, "So beautiful. It's improved so much from the start of this stream." Yeah, it was pretty bad at the beginning. Have you ever drawn a red-billed curassow?
I have not.
Have you ever drawn a mule? Mules are my favorite animal.
I've drawn horses. I've drawn donkeys. I don't know if I've drawn a mule.
I think you have. I remember.
Maybe I have.
You feel like you did a mule drawing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of just a donkey.
Let's see if this is the right thing to do.
Mr. Ambiguous says, "It would be funny if you animated a man getting eaten by a hamburger."
What? You people are random.
Have you ever drawn a mantis shrimp?
No, I have not drawn a mantis shrimp.
They're such awesome animals.
They are. They got the best punch in the animal kingdom.
You know, they've been known to crack the glass in fish tanks.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Why do lionesses do all the hunting instead of the male lions typically, Aaron?
I don't know.
The male lions are lazy.
They're lazy.
Lorena asked, "Aaron, how do you know when to end an illustration like this? Like, how do you know when it's..."
I don't know. The struggle is real. No, there's certain things that I want to get to, like these highlights, and then just be done with it. And a lot of times I'll come back to it and say, oh, you know what, I could have done this. Or other times I overdo it. And that's more often than what I do, is overdo something.
Jessica says, because lionesses are badass.
That's definitely true.
When we were in Africa, we've been a couple times. We've actually seen them take down prey, and that's like one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
It's brutal.
But just the musculature and the power of it is...
Yeah.
When drawing your creatures or animals in general, is there a part of the muscle structure that captivates you most? I have always loved drawing the chest muscles, for instance.
Yeah, I love getting the side muscles and going into the back, the latissimus muscles, especially on four-legged animals. Those muscles that really show up on lions, on their sides, and that show off the rib cage a little bit. There's something about those muscles I find satisfying when you handle them the right way.
Will you ever draw a dinosaur? He has.
I've done dinosaurs, yeah.
Rex comments, "It's interesting. It went from very menacing looking to almost gentle looking with the warm coloration and the style of the eye that you added."
Yeah, I was hoping it would go that route. I wanted to soften it up a little bit.
TikTok question: have you seen the movie Wicked?
I tried to watch it. For those of you that know me, I'm a curmudgeon, and I couldn't get through it.
Aaron, have you saved? Julia asks.
I haven't, but I've got it set that it automatically will remember. If for whatever reason it were to crash, I won't lose it. So for those of you that have been here the whole time, you'll know that this just started out as a silhouette. It's amazing, you can just scribble out a silhouette really quick and you end up with, you can, build off of that and have some fun with it.
Do you have a course on lighting by chance?
I do. Yes.
In fact, he's got two courses. He's got one on how to paint light, and he's got one on dynamic color and light on the figure, like specifically on a human form. I'll post a link to all of our digital painting courses in the comments.
So what I've got my brush blend mode set to color dodge. So it's burning in these highlights. Trying to give them a little bit of a rim light.
Our new member Billy says, it's really inspiring to see how you've done this. I tend to overthink my art sometimes.
Yeah, that's easy to do. Thank you. I still, there's a lot to learn. And I don't know that I really hit what I wanted to hit from the inspiration I got from the other artist. What he was creating was just genius. I got to look him up so I can get him out to everybody. He's already got a pretty healthy following. Some of you will probably go, oh yeah, I know that guy.
For something different, have you ever thought about designing a board game?
Well, we did a little bit of the one what we were doing with Mike.
Yeah.
As far as illustration, but that was just illustrations. No, I haven't really designed the game itself.
TikTok comment, wow, I remember when this was just fully black. My God, this is amazing.
Yeah, you can really do a lot of fun stuff. So I'm just going to add in some details, some rim light details on here.
Sheep Goat on TikTok asks a question.
Sheep goat.
Art wise, is there any extinct animal that you wish you could have gotten a closer look at?
Mammoths.
Why?
I'm fascinated by mammoths. I don't know why. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated by mammoths. And, dinosaurs in general. I'd love to know what dinosaurs really look like.
Are you drawing in Photoshop? Yes, he is.
Yes, I am.
I'm assuming maybe it was Scott Flanders was the artist. Also, Hardy Fowler does a lot of art from silhouettes. They're trying to guess who the artist is.
Scott Flanders.
Isn't TikTok banned in your country? That ban lasted 12 hours.
Yeah, that's it. Let me see here.
Although you still can't download it from the App Store.
Oh, no?
At least not as of yesterday.
No, it's not Scott Flanders, although I like his work a lot. Where do I click to see who I recently followed
Is it on
or
Instagram?
tagged? My yeah, trying to remember how to do that. I'm terrible at navigating.
Have you ever seen Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron?
Oh yeah,
Thoughts on it?
love the film. I've got many friends that worked on it.
What are your top 3 favorite dinosaurs? Go.
I don't know. Uh, T-Rex.
Triceratops.
I love Triceratops. Ankylosaurus. And what's the ones that butt their heads?
And Buttosaurus?
Headbuttosaurus. That's you. Oh no, that's Buttheadosaurus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. M Studio says, I recently watched the movie Brother Bear for the first time because I found out that you directed it, and it really is a masterpiece. Do you have any tips for a beginning director?
Story. Learn story. Learn layout. Understand, visual storytelling. That's the biggest thing. Is getting in there and understanding those. That's what it is. It's visual storytelling. So the more you understand that, the better off you're going to be.
Adrian
But story structure.
Adrian Hughes says, thank you so much, Aaron, for creating your new daily drawing series of videos. It's really helping me get back into drawing.
Oh, I'm glad it's helping. I've enjoyed doing it.
The big head-butting ones, someone says, are Pachycephalosaurus? Pachycephalosaurus? It's Pachyce Philosaurus.
Cool.
Pachycephalosaurus.
You okay? Are you okay?
Pachycephalosaurus. It just sounds like something you need to bring with you. Don't forget the Pachycephalosaurus. Your first day of school, you know you're going to need that cephalosaurus.
Yeah, so make sure you pack a cephalosaurus. Now I'm just noodling it. See, this is where you got to stop. Oh, there you go. I got a little, the light thing got a little away from me. But I think it's okay. I can do one more thing.
Erica says, is Nick okay? Is he having a glitch?
A glitch.
Aaron, what you draw?
Well,
Or what are draw? Sorry, I read that weird. This says what are draw.
this our draw. Sunrise. It's sunrise. Or sunset. It's thinking. I got to reverse it, see how it looks. I haven't seen it in reverse yet. Yeah, it's a little got away from me. Doesn't have that spontaneous look that I was hoping it would get. But I did learn something today, for sure.
TikTok comment, hi from Germany. I learned from you how to animate, and I've gotten so much better at drawing thanks to you, Aaron.
Oh, thank you for saying so.
You want to learn to draw or you have any interest in animation, go on over to our website, creatureartteacher.com. We've got over 800 hours of art lessons, courses, tutorials, everything from traditional animation or traditional drawing, 2D animation. Today we're releasing our first course on computer animation. We've got courses on charcoal drawing, watercolor painting, oil painting. And it's not just Aaron. We've got Emmy Award winners, Oscar nominees, storyboard artists. We've got tons and tons of courses over there from experienced professionals and experienced teachers. creatureartteacher.com.
That kind of. There you go. We're there. Let's do a little pan and scan.
Are you thinking this would be a meat or grass eater?
Oh, this is a meat eater. Yeah, this is definitely a meat eater. See the way it's built? That's this guy's built for pursuing, chasing. They doesn't have grass eaters have heavy guts to digest all that cellulose that they eat. This guy's adapted to digesting meat.
Built for speed.
Yes. So there's the close-ups. Right down the tail. And just keeping it loose, like I said. You don't have to worry about tons of stuff. There. But that was fun, you guys. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for all the great questions today. We got some fun ones today.
Yeah.
Also. Looks like he can camouflage into his environment really well.
Yes, I think so too. It's adapted to sitting in those rocks for sure. So anyway, all right, you guys, I enjoyed today. Thanks a lot. I just saw something. I got
One
sorry.
more thing?
Yeah, it's just the muscle thing bugging me. No, it's okay. I'm good. I'm good to go.
Did you sign it?
No, I didn't sign it yet.
There's our one more thing.
Yeah,
Can't not have one more thing here.
I know. Doggone it.
Peter says, yeah, this creature's body looks similar to a cheetah or a black panther.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly right.
Next week, draw the animal that this one is adapted to chasing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll build out a whole world from the ground up.
A whole new world. Yeah.
Maybe it'd be something like sort of an ungulate, like a pronghorn antelope. Something.
Yeah.
Could be kind of fun. Something that's built for ridiculous speed to outrun this thing.
Yeah, it could be very cool, actually.
Or would it be a big herd of things that?
All right, you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So listen, if you enjoyed this today, make sure you subscribe, hit that share button, hit those like buttons. We appreciate everybody watching today. It really means a lot. And if you want to learn more about creature design, animal drawing, all sorts of stuff, go on over to creatureartteacher.com. In fact, this weekend, you can get all of Aaron's animal drawing courses, amongst others, for 50% off. And releasing later on today, we've got a brand new 3D animation course from industry veteran Jeff Shue. We're really excited. You can still get it at its pre-order price of 50% off. Hurry and get it before the price goes up. And don't forget, you can still pick up the two best deals in art education. Aaron's Animation Mega Bundle, which gets you $500 worth of courses for less than $50, or pick up our lifetime membership, which gets you everything on the website we have, plus everything we release forever. That's
All right.
You wrote.
That's it. Thanks, you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you back on the daily drawing. And we'll be back here again next Friday. So until then, put some beauty back in the world. And I'll see you next time.
See you next time. And as Dustin would say, he's not here to do it. Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop.